Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ms. Mira binti Najmuddin. My metric number is 591 598 198 591. Okay, so I will present my industrial training experience. Okay, these are the contents for my presentation, which are the introduction, activities, reflection, and conclusion and recommendation. Okay, first thing first, the background of my company. So the company that I've been with to undergo my internship is Saipat Renewable Energy. So Saipat Renewable Energy is actually under Saipat Resources Berhad. It's a sister company that specifically handles the renewable energy projects that was conducted by Saipat. So Saipat Resources Berhad is actually a public listed company, and it is a pioneer for renewable energy in Malaysia. For their renewable energy project, they specializes in solar power, and they are widely known for their floating solar project. As you can see, that's the image for their floating solar project that is located in Kelantan. Aside than solar energy, they also specialize in other types of renewable energy such as biomass, waste to energy, which is the incineration of waste, and they collect energy from the incineration process. And Saipat Resources Berhad actually affiliates with a environmental consultancy company, which is Malaysia Environmental Services. Okay, for the department and supervisor, since I was under the Department of Environment in Saipat Renewable Energy, so I was affiliated under Malaysian Environmental Services, or I will call Malaysian Environmental Services as MES in here. And MES actually is a consultancy company for all the environmental projects or tasks that are in Saipat. So they handle every single thing that's considered as environment. So this is the image of me with the MES director. And next is the image of me with my supervisor, which is an environmental officer from MES. Okay, so for the activities conducted, so since I was under a consultancy company, which is MES, I was exposed with certain consultancy services such as environmental impact assessment or EIA study. And for the EIA study, among the tasks that I've done is perform socio-economic analysis for the study and liaise with authority and local citizens. And next, among the routine tasks that I've done is review environmental monitoring report from the project sites of Saipat that in need of environmental consultancy. And next is do site analysis, which is perform environmental analysis that is needed of environmental consultancy. As you can see, for environmental site analysis only involves allocation of sampling points, such as finding where to put sampling points for air, water, and noise, etc. So next is I was tasked to do research to mitigate the issues occur on site, the environmental issues occur on site. Okay. Now, for this, I was independently tasked, and most of the tasks I've done it alone. And for the research, mostly I've done alone, and I am the lead coordinator or the project coordinator for all the research done for the environmental team. Okay. Next is site visit. Most of the site visit done is actually to do an on-site meeting with project site team. Since I was located in the headquarters of Saipat, so I've done a lot of site visit with on-site team to liaise to solve certain environmental issues or in compliance. Okay, this is This is the environmental impact assessment study that I've done and personally involved and contributed. And as you can see, they don't in my consultancy company, which is mass. Mass don't really have an in-house subject specialist that specializes in environmental management, which is socioeconomic. None of them have any management background except for me, which is their intern. So I was personally tasked to do their socioeconomic report for the EIA study. So the first picture is me collecting data from the local citizens for the socioeconomic report and the EIA study. And next is liaising with local authority and local citizens. And lastly is collecting data too. Okay. Next is site visit done. This is actually an image of SciPark's waste to energy facility that is located in Negeri Sembilan. And the site visit is actually to monitor the incompliances that were recorded or were presented by our on-site environmental officer. Okay, next is project coordinator for a pilot study. As you can see, I conducted a few studies to solve the incompliances that were encountered at the project site. This is actually a plant or commonly known as water hyacinth. So from the water hyacinth, I did a study on how to use water hyacinth to clean water, or the concept is called as phytoremediation, whereby deploying plants to purify water. So I was the project coordinator for the pilot study. I was in charge to liaise with the on-site team, which is the general worker, person in charge. This is at also the same area as the waste to energy facility at Negeri Sembilan too. This is nearby to their landfill. This is actually an OSD pond, or commonly known as on-site stormwater detention pond. So I released these plants to help them breathe and as a supply for my study. Okay, the learning outcomes from the activities mentioned are, so I managed to understood the background of the environmental field and regulations in Malaysia, such as how does all the Environmental Quality Act 1974 is relevant with all the projects done in Malaysia, or how is it enforced. And second is knowing the process of EIA or environmental impact assessment. This is because I was involved in from scratch to the end for the EIA process. And next, I managed to improve my interpersonal skills in workplace, since I was tasked to liaise with authorities and governmental bodies and also clients. I was also involved in certain of internal and external meetings throughout my internship. Next is improvement of, I managed to improve my time management skills. This is because the workload is quite high, yet yet the time is quite I have a really tight schedule. I need to finish certain tasks that are needed to be done at the office, and also I needed to conduct certain site visits to settle several issues. Okay, so some of the valuable experience I have is managed to be in touch with experts in the environmental field. Next is I was guided by my environmental team for my future career path. And lastly, I have the opportunity to take charge or involve in certain tasks independently, although I am just an intern. Okay, next is problems accounted. I think this is a problem for all the students in my batch, which is lack of environmental field knowledge. So uh, so throughout my internship, my boss is quite nice, so she gave me she gave me adequate time to study, and I frequently get advice from her on what to do and what to do next. Next is tight schedule. I managed to adapt with proper time management skills. And next is fall into personal skills in workplace. I managed to cope with this by practicing to communicate with my internal team. Next is achievement. Among the achievements that I managed to do is manage to understand the scope of work for environmental officer, and next manage to understand the environmental field in Malaysia, and lastly manage to learn and improve my personal strengths and weaknesses in work. Okay, so for conclusion and recommendation, overall I managed to learn workplace throughout my internship. I managed to learn workplace ethics, managed to understand the reality of environmental field in Malaysia, and the internship and managed to learn the importance of internship itself. Thus, if you ask me, do I recommend this company for future internship? I would say yes, definitely, since the company itself allows me to learn and experience, plus and give me adequate amount of time to study and experience on hand tasks. I was also given certain huge responsibility. The company, since the environmental team, including me, only consists of 3 people, and this gave me the chance to contribute for the company and learn more about myself. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you.